Hey, welcome back everyone. Well, today I'm going to try and fix my 2006 HHR rock chip windshield. And I went to YouTube University and I took a course, and I bought this windshield repair kit by Permatex. It's one of the best, obviously. Going to the university, you can learn a lot of things. Anyway, today's my test to see if I learned anything at YouTube University. The kit here also has instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this, follow the instructions and do this repair here. And don't keep your hopes up for seeing clear windshield, because it's not going to happen. I'm just hoping to stop the cracks here and make it look a little better than what it is. Here we go, and I will be narrating this video after it's made because I got to read the instructions. Anyway, here we go. The instructions tell me I'm supposed to be working in the shade, and they gave me a push pin in the box to scrape out the loose pieces of glass with it. It works pretty well in doing that. Kind of taking my time with it, but imagine the professional equipment actually has a little drill to drill these pieces out and get rid of them. I think that might be the clue in making the windshield even clearer. Get rid of that white as much as you can, but I'm not sure, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep chipping away at this until I'm happy. I can see little pieces of glass coming out. Next, I need to clean around the little area there with the little alcohol pad wipe that they enclosed in the kit. Nice and clean, get the area ready for the next step. I'm taking the supplied adhesive discs and peeling the backing off of it and centering the hole over the center of the chip there that needs to be repaired. The next step is to check the inside and see that there are no air bubbles underneath the pad I just put on the windshield. You want that just as tight as can be next to the windshield and no air bubbles. And I had no air bubbles, so I was good to go. Okay, next I was supposed to peel off the outer layer of that pad, and I had a lot of trouble getting hold of it. Eventually I got it, and I was able to get ready for the next step, which involves putting the plastic piece that the resin goes in and the plunger directly over that pad, as close to perfect as I could get it, with the tube facing up, everything facing upwards, not downwards. Next, I needed to cut the tip off of the resin tube and squeeze about 3/4 of it into the hole there where the plunger goes, trying to get it in there. Saving about a quarter of the tube for the rest of the repair that I would be doing later on. As you can see, I'm making quite a mess here, but keep a rag handy and clean up anything that drips. I was actually supposed to put the resin tube into the hole and squeeze, not do it like the way I did here. Next, I need to place the plunger all the way into the tube there and hold on to it, push it down in good and tight, snug. Well, as you can see, I decided to squeeze the tube into the hole like I was supposed to do to begin with, so I guess I'm starting over a little bit here. I've still got some resin left, and doing good with it. Now, put the plunger in, tight as you can get it down in there, really good and snug. Hold on to the base and everything. You don't want things pulling up away from the windshield. Now I carefully want to raise the plunger up. You can see that off to the left, to the first detent setting, I believe. The first detent setting would be the lowest setting on the plunger. You can see the reflection of it in the window there, and I need to now let everything sit for around 10 minutes. Okay, after 10 minutes was up, I removed the plunger, I put it back in, and I pushed the plunger down to where it sets at its upper detent marking, and wait another 20 minutes. This allows the force to push the resin into the small cracks. You can see that the plunger is at its highest setting, but on the stem part, but it's actually on the lowest setting in the plunger part. It's just opposite of what you might think. So it does sound confusing, but it's just up and down. Here I've got a streak of resin that had squeezed out past the area. I must have put a lot of pressure on it, evidently. And now it's time to turn it coordinate, take it loose, and take the rest of the stuff loose, pedestal and the pad, and I need a razor blade to do that with, which they supply, which was kind of nice, good razor blade, and it does the job pretty well. So I'll be doing that. See, I'm having a lot of fun. You can tell this thing is really stuck on there pretty good, and if you slip, you could cut yourself. So I'm going slow, and you don't want to just rip it off. You don't want to pull in everything out of the repair area that you just did. So it pays to take your time with this thing here. I'm removing any of the adhesive from the pedestal pad and everything, and any stuff that I'd spilled. Get that all out of the way for the next step. I'm using the last of my adhesive to fill in the hole as best I can. Just put as much around and in it as I can. And then there's a plastic strip, transparent strip that goes over it and sits there on top. It just sort of, everything just sort of spreads out. And then I'm taking the razor blade and removing the air bubbles, pressing it into the resin into the crack and everything. The towel is there to keep the resin from leaking down or running down into the wiper blades, causing a mess. I need now to put the car into direct sunlight for at least 15 minutes, and on a cloudy day, they suggest leaving it out for an hour. I believe I left it out for an hour anyway. Alrighty, now that it's cured in the sun, I let it sit for probably longer than it said to. I'm supposed to take this piece off. By the way, I did not have a lot of resin left over to do that piece with. It just flew off. It actually looks better here than it really is from this angle. I'll show you another viewpoint of it in a minute. That's probably the best I'm going to get it. Well, that's the best it's going to be, I guess. And I might be able to go over it again, but I'm happy with the kit. It worked really well. I followed the steps as best I could, and I guarantee if I do it again, I'll probably be a little better at it and probably have better results than what came out here. So I'm going to give myself a C on this, and maybe I'll try it again. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look inside. Well, it doesn't really look very good at all, but um, it'll look better when the car's in the shade than it does now with the sun reflecting off of it. But I guess I'm just going to have to put up with that. It is definitely a little smaller in my vision than it used to be. That's what I got, and that's what I'm going to live with, and maybe the windshield will stay in one piece. This can probably be redone again, too. I'm not real sure. But I've got some more to do on another vehicle. Let me show you. Oh, Ratatouille here has got one almost as bad as the last one I showed you. So anyway, I can feel that one, and I can feel that one. I'll be using a different repair kit on this Ratatouille 2009 HHR windshield that actually does more than one repair. But let's go back and look at the results of the 2006 HHR after I move it into the shade. So until the next video, hope your windshield repairs go well. Hope you got something out of this video, and be sure and get a subscription. Till then, bye for now.